Hi everyone, Liam Magpie here, and today I've got another review from Jurassic World, and this is the Jurassic World Dino Rivals Roarivore Baryonyx. Now I'm hoping that I have pronounced that right, as I find some of these dinosaur names quite tricky, but I got this from eBay from America. It's not out in the UK just yet, so hopefully it'll be out for us soon. And this is one of the other new Roarivores. I've already done the Ankylosaurus as well. So please check that out. As you can see here, it's got the Roarivore symbol there, and you can try before you buy, so you can press the button there, but we'll check that out before I get it out the packaging. I think the repaint is a really cool colour, and we'll check that out as well. And then at the back side of the box here, it just shows you that there's a chomping action when you press down on the button. And then it just says Dino Rivals and then the name here. And then on the back of the box, it just shows you that there's some other available figures. I've got this one to do next as well. I haven't got this one. I'm not particularly fond of that red colour, but I've got these two. Then it comes with a collectibles card as well. And then at the top here, it just says that it's compatible with the Jurassic World Facts app. And I will scan that in. I will show you the scan code for the Jurassic World Facts app. And then there is the button, and that it's got a raw sound effect. And yeah, and as always, I always take a picture of the scan code right at the end of the video, so you can scan it into the app or during the review itself. But the packaging is overall the same as all of the other packaging in this eye-catching red colour. So without further ado, I'm going to get the Baryonyx out of the packaging, and I can't wait because it looks absolutely awesome. And I had to pick it up for a pretty penny off eBay. So without further ado, I'm going to get it out of the packaging. So guys, I got the Baryonyx out of the packaging. I'm so sorry if I'm not saying it right, but I've got the collectibles card here, which looks really cool because I think that the green really complements the orange in the background there. I think the artwork looks quite cool. And here is the stats. Its strength is a 7. The speed is a 7. The intelligence is a 4, and the attack is a 7. So that it's pretty much 7s all round, other than intelligence. And overall, I think the art looks really cool on these collectible cards. So now down to the review. So here it is out of the packaging. It looks really cool. I absolutely love the green. The green is a little bit faded on camera than it is in real life, but it's still pretty nice. I wonder if I can lighten it up. That's the kind of green it is in person, and it just reminds me of a crocodile. I can't do a comparison with the other one as I never got my hands on that one, but eventually I will get my hands on it and I will be able to show you a comparison, or you can look on Instagram or on online somewhere. I'm sure you'll find a comparison of this amazing figure somewhere, with the grey and the green. I've seen one on Instagram as well. I can't remember who that was, but they do look really cool next to each other, and you can really see that in that Mattel have done a really good repaint on these, and I actually really like both versions. And I've heard that there's two types of this one. So there's one where it's got faded of green at the top of the nose, and then there's one what's like full dark green all the way through. But mine's got like the faded, so I don't know what that means. So please let me know in the comment section down below if I got a really like an old version of this or the new version of this. I'm not really sure. It gives me crocodile vibes, with this green and the long snout with the, and I think the teeth have been sculpted really nice, and the elongated face just reminds me of crocodile so much. And then this added pop of green really lets off that effect. It's got a nice painted black eye. I think that was quite unusual that they painted the eye like black like that. As you can see, it's got like a shade of like light green to dark green going to the top of the head, and then it's like an appley kind of green. And then on the back, let me just let that focus, it's got some really nice sculpting on the back with some little ridges. And then it's got some dark green patches on the top of its back going down to the top bit of its tail, and then it's even got a bit of dark green, the same green on its back, into the thigh bit of the leg. So I think it's nice that they've added like 4 different types of greens. They've got like a dark green, a faded yellowy green, and then a dark green, and then I don't think there's any more, and then the legs at the bottom fade from like this other green, if you can see here. So it's like this kind of green fades down into a darker green from the legs, which I think looks really good, and it just adds a bit more definition to the paintwork. So I think that looks really nice that Mattel's added that. And then, as you can see, the claws aren't painted, which that's easy fixed, as I always say in majority of my videos. But I kind of like these claws just staying green, and then the feet are not painted either, and they're in like a darker green because it fades down into a darker green here. And I really like the sculpt of the like scales going through this, because I'm new to this as much as someone else who hasn't got this, as I didn't get the grey one, which eventually I will get that. But I think overall, I think it looks really, really cool. As you can see here, you can see the speaker, and that's sculpted in this scale effect as well. So that's, they've tried to make that blend as much as it can. Fair enough, it's got the holes there, but they've done that so it can make the noise come out. So if you press down on the button here, and another thing is the button's been blended really well. They've added the scale textures on the top of it there, so that's really nice there. And if you're doing the Jurassic World Facts app, let me just let this focus because it's quite hard. There is the code there, so you can scan it in now, or you can wait till the end of the video and I'll have a clear, crisp picture for you. So there you go there. And then there is the Jurassic World symbol there. So now let's hear its sound effects. So let me just focus that in there. So if you press the button, that sounds really awesome. I like the way you can make the jaw open and close like that. And if you want the mouth to stay closed like that, there's a little trick you can use. You get a little bit of see-through plastic and wedge it in there. You can actually close it, so you can actually open it and close it how you want it, because I've done that on the Allosaurus. And it'll still do its roar effects as well, and just make sure you just don't put it in too much that you can't get it out. And then there is the inside of the mouth. I think the mouth's been painted nicely as well. Some nice ridge work in the tongue there, and it's a really nice like a peachish colour, and the teeth overall look really good as well. And then the articulation is the same as many of the other dinosaurs, so you can move it out like that. I think it's going to be the same articulation as the first one, and then you can move the legs as well, do some really good running action. No articulation in the tail, but it's got a nice shape to the tail, and then you can actually move the thigh in and out like that. And these lovely pops of green just really give it that crocodile effect. So overall, I'm really happy with this figure. I'm going to turn the camera over, and I'm going to tell you, well, I'm not going to do anything, I'm just going to tell you a few little things, and then I'll end the review there. So guys, I am done with this review, and all I can say is Mattel's done such a brilliant job on this figure. I think overall the paintwork's really cool. I think it's totally different from Wave 1. I know it's nothing to do with the movies, but I think they're just trying to do a different spin of not always getting the same dinosaurs, and for the simple fact that they've done a totally new paint scheme on this, and it looks like a crocodile in the way its face looks here, and that it's just a bit different compared to the first one. I think overall I give it a 10 out of 10 for everything about how it looks. it's letting off a lot more greener on camera, so I'm sorry about that, but it's a little bit more faded. I'll have some photos on my Instagram, so if you're not followed me on my Instagram, it's Liam_Magpie. I do some Jurassic World photography, and I advertise maybe when the next time I'll be putting up a new review. So please check out my Instagram as well. And yeah, I'm sorry I can't link this down below, but hopefully it'll be out for us in the UK soon. And stay tuned to the end of the video for the scan code to scan this into the Jurassic World Facts app. And yeah, I hope you all have a brilliant day. Give this video a thumbs up and like and subscribe to my channel. Hit that alarm bell for more toy related stuff, because I have got some other toys coming up soon. I've got one more toy to review as well for you, and from the Jurassic World stuff, a few more Jurassic World stuff coming as well, but I've got some different toys coming up as also, so stay tuned for all that, because I do big mixed range toys on my channel. So like I said, give this video a thumbs up, like and subscribe to my channel, and hit that alarm bell, and I will see you on the next video, guys. Bye.